So tell me, Father, about F3.
Yeah, F3, I first found out about it just one of the podcasts I listened to, and it definitely seemed to fit a need that was at my last assignment. And so just kind of talking with some friends that I had at the parish, and they said, absolutely, let's do it. And so yeah, just the F3 of fraternity, fitness, and faith, of just bringing men of faith together to work out for 45 minutes, and you kind of start to build community from there. So it's a very simple formula. We tend to have a little more Catholic spin here, just the fact that we're based out of the Basilica. So we begin every meeting in prayer. We end every meeting in prayer, a little loop around where we share intentions if you want to. And then about once a month or so, we get together either for a coffee or a barbecue, or just a kind of time to socialize and hang out and get to know each other after the workout. Part of the charm is that there's a different leader every week, so you never really kind of know what you're going to get. Then sometime it might be you that's leading, so it kind of gives guys a chance to get out of their comfort level and start to lead and interact with a group of guys that they don't quite know yet that well.
So what are involved in some of the workouts?
Yeah, so it really depends on who's the leader, and part of the charm too is it's kind of paramilitary in the sense that everything has a nickname or an acronym, so that you kind of get to know some of the lingo and you call each other, quirky little nicknames and things like that. So the Q is the leader for each week, because after a Q there's a U, implying that you're going to be the leader next time. And there's really just some simple rules that it's always outside, it's always free. That there's no professional expertise involved, so most of it's just going to be body weights. Sometimes you can stash some coupons, which just basically means sometimes there's a medicine ball or some dumbbells, in a park somewhere that you stashed a couple hours before. But almost 90% of the time, it's just going to be what we do, things like Americans, which is just push-ups, or the burpees or bear crawls. Then all sorts of quirky names for things, like the jumping jacks. But sometimes, like one of the workouts, I was sore for at least 4 days afterwards. So sometimes you really get worked, and sometimes it's just a joy to kind of sweat for a little bit, and you don't really feel it the next day, and sometimes that's a nice reprieve too.
Is there anything else you want to add that you think is important?
Yeah, I think we meet 5 a.m., and that's pretty intentional. That's intentional for a couple reasons. One is you have no excuse other than sleep, right? That you have nothing else going on in the day. I know we live in a very kind of busy, perhaps even too busy area, but we don't want this to take guys away from their family, from their obligations. That your first call and responsibility is to be that good husband, to be that father, to grow into that man that God is calling you to be. So we don't want to take you away from what the Lord has given you as your responsibility, so that's why we have it at 5 a.m. But then also gives you an opportunity to get involved in our other apostolates, so that man is you, that starts, meeting at 6:30, the program begins at 7, so it gives you time to go home, shower, and come back, get involved in that, the different activities that the parish does as well. So we don't want to be a competition for other great apostolates that we have here. And so yeah, there really is no excuse other than sleep. So that's why, encourage your buddies to come and kind of put on that good Catholic guilt to help guys show up.